Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all to the online coaching class conducted by ICI. First and foremost, I would like to thank ICI Board of Studies for providing me this opportunity of being a part of this initiative and contributing in the making of best CAs in the country. So, students, I am CA Sanket Shah, and I will be teaching you accounts for the foundation part of this course. About me, I'm a faculty at all three levels: foundation, intermediate, and final from last 12 years. I have been teaching in ICI Pune branch from last 10 years. So this makes a strong bond with them. So don't worry, guys, you are in experienced and safe hands. Students, this is a fifth batch of virtual coaching classes, and this initiative is free of cost. Therefore, it's genuine request to all of you to take benefit of these classes. Now, what is new in this batch number 5? We will take revisions in Hindi. तो हिंदी में हम लोग रिवीजन करेंगे, तो नॉर्थ और वेस्ट ईस्ट ये तीनों को इतनी दिक्कत नहीं आएगी. बट डोंट वरी गाइस, साउथ के yes we will I will teach you in English only revision part will be in Hindi. So today what I am going to cover: first thing, sir, unit number 1, that is meaning and scope of accounting, and chapter number 2, unit 1, journal entries, which is basic accounting procedure. So say good morning. Beta, in comment section, you have to update your app. Beta Punam, please don't say repetitive messages. Good morning, Punam, Nikhil, Nanlal ji, Anwar ji, Rohit, Harsh, everyone, good morning, beta. You can send me queries with the help of our application, Board of Studies application. Yes, beta. So let's start with syllabus first. So what is a syllabus, sir? Sir, there are 4 papers. Number 1, accounting, as you are aware. Second one is maths. In simple language, it's a maths. Third one, law and your BCR. And last one will be economics and BCK. So friends, 2 question papers are MCQ based. 2 question papers are 100 marks, 100 marks. And my subject is of 100 marks. So exactly what we are going to cover in this accounting. So let's see what is a syllabus. I have divided syllabus number 1 in theory chapter, second one small topics, and last one big topics. So I have divided this portion in 3 parts: theory, small topics, big topics. Theory, theoretical framework. Only first chapter is theoretical framework. In that we have total 8 to 9 units, and that we are going to cover in chapter number 1. What is exactly theoretical framework? That we are going to cover concepts, conventions, and accounting standards. How many accounting standards are there in chapter number 1? Weightage for this chapter, maximum 5 to 7 marks. Small topics: BRS, bank reconciliation statement, inventory valuation, depreciation, sale of goods on approval basis, average due date, account current. So friends, there are total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small topics, and which are big topics: accounting process, that is journal to rectification of errors, bill of exchange, consignment, final accounts, partnership, and non-profit organization. Last one will be company accounts. So total 10 chapters. See beta, this is not similar to your 11-12 standard. Though basics are same, but we have to visualize in another way. So normal person and chartered accountant. Normal accountant, he will only pass entries, but we are going to understand it in the logical way in CA course. So आपको आपका नजरिया बदलना पड़ेगा. You have to change your vision while passing any journal entry or while preparation of financial statements. So those who are from science background, please don't worry guys. I will tell you all basics in detail. So here I will be there for your first and second chapter for basics understanding. So it's my request to all of you, study regularly, minimum, because only 4 months are remaining. So in CA course, your hard work is very important, plus your smart work. Please don't do time pass. It's my request. Only 4 months are remaining, and first attempt is always best attempt. It's not attempt, it's first exam. We are not going to give any attempts. We are going to give exam, and we are going to clear in first exam only. तो बच्चों, हार्डवर्क के साथ साथ स्मार्ट वर्क बहुत करना जरूरी है, और आपके पास सिर्फ 4 महीने बचे. सर, should we depend on these classes or should I buy some pen drives, Google drives? Beta, my view, if you are average student and you are extraordinary student, in that case, yes, you don't have to buy any pen drive lectures or any private classes. You can rely on board of studies, beta, and we are going to take all questions from the study material, all important questions from the study material. And these lectures, if you miss a single lecture, you can watch it in recorded one, and it is free of cost. So why to waste 15,000 and 20,000 rupees unnecessary? Second thing, second important point, in CA course, sir, if we focus on study material, we are going to pass. Normally, what students make mistake? They refer private material, easy questions, 11, 12 standard questions, and you found CA course, sir, it's very difficult one. It is nothing difficult. And if your foundation basics are clear, you are going to win this race. Don't worry, guys. It's very simple if your foundation is strong. So make sure at least in account subjects and law subjects, your foundation course is very important from your CA journey point of view. Okay, so let's start. If you have any query, you can send me on our application. I will receive your queries. Yes, beta. Aditya Mishra ji, Anshita, Rishi, Abuji, Madanji, Vanshji. Yes, very good morning to all of you. Many students are there who are attending it in the live session. So it's very difficult for me to answer each and every question. So sorry, जो मैं आपके सभी answers नहीं दे पाया, because we have to complete our syllabus in time also. Okay. So what are my requirements, beta? How many notebooks I want? Yes, I want, beta, books to be maintained. One is concept book. In concept book, you will write only journal entries, 100 pages notebook, which will help you at the time of revision. And beta, my English is very simple English. You will understand it. Those students who are from rural background or from vernacular medium or Hindi medium or any regional medium, beta, don't worry, आपको पूरा समझ में आएगा. मैं इतना भी difficult, and accounting language is a different one. It's nothing with English and other languages. So don't worry. You will understand each and every point. So many students, they request me, sir, आप हिंदी में lectures लीजिए. Beta, you have to give your exam in English, and basic simple English we are going to use. So don't worry. Concept and entry book. Yes. Practical book and practice notebook. Okay. So 3 notebook you required. One is 100 pages book. Second one, practical solution book. That is beta 400 pages. 400 pages practical solution book. And practice notebook, beta rough notebook, whatever questions we solved in the class, you will write it in your practical solution book, and then after writing it in the practical note solution book, you will practice. Practice is very important in CA course, and by using time technique. Okay, टिक टिकी जी मैं बोलता हूँ जिसको. So आपको time लगा के every question again you have to solve in at home. So beta practice notebook will require all theories for solution and illustrations of study material and for revision purpose with within a specified time beta. So stopwatch लगा के हमें solve करने problems in practice notebook. Okay. Next one. Sir, 3 notebooks I already explained. One is last day revision book, that is a theory book 100 pages, practice book and class book. Black pen, very, very important. You have to write your paper not with blue pen, but it's mandatory by black pen. Okay, so it will be easy for scan, and therefore you have to write your paper in black pen compulsorily. So mandatory black pen and red pen, but a red pen in my subject. Why? Because to highlight something. Okay, important points I will give it in red pen beta. Okay, so red pen, scale, pencil, as usual, erasers and calculators. So these are some weapons for you for accounting purpose. Okay, so 3 notebooks and all these things. Chalo. So here I hope you understood about our syllabus. If you have any query till now, you can ask me, sir, it is sufficient. Yes, beta, please have confidence on your faculty. We are there to guide you, and all over India से best faculties board of studies लेती है, and our experience is very important for you. हमारा पूरा study material जो है वो हमें रट चुका है, so ये आपको 100% help करेगा. और only to the point हम लोग बात करेंगे, इधर उधर की बातें नहीं होगी. That is more important in ICI classes. यहाँ पे time pass नहीं होगा. Okay, only to the point. Yes, if you have still any queries, beta, you can ask me. Otherwise, we are going to start. Yes, everyone, have energy. Good morning once again to all of you. We are going to start with the first chapter. That is a theoretical framework, unit number 1. Yes, start. So your chapter number 1 is a theoretical framework, and unit number 1 is meaning and scope of accounting. Sir, only 30 minutes I will take this theory, and then immediately we will shift to accounting process. Today we are going to see all journal entries. Everyone ready? Yes, beta, say ready in the comment section. Unit number 1 is a theoretical chapter. So have patience for next 30 minutes. What we are going to understand, it's purely theory in this chapter, and after that it's action time for second chapter. Only 30 minutes. Chalo, say ready beta, fast, fast, fast. Everyone. Guys, comments करते रहिए बार 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 बार. Yes, लाइव इंटरेक्शन सर आपके साथ है ऐसा लगने दीजिए. लाइव इंटरेक्शन होना बहुत जरूरी है, इसीलिए तो हमने आपको ऐप भी दिया हुआ है, और आप हमारे साथ जुड़ सकते हो ऐप के ऊपर. जल्दी से रेडी बोल दीजिए तो मैं आगे जाऊंगा. चलिए, सो मीनिंग एंड स्कोप ऑफ अकाउंटिंग. Transactions and events. Very, very important words in accounting. Transactions and events. Transaction means any happening, anything that you are doing, economic activity. See, we are not here for doing any exercise activity, health activity. Our accounting is nothing but it's economic, related to money. So this is the economic activity. Economic activity is called as transactions. And second one is called as events. Now, what is transactions? A business performance of any act. Sir, I bought some stationery. It's a transaction. Sir, I purchased goods. It's a transaction. Sir, I sold goods. It's a transaction. So this is a business or performance of an act. An agreement is called as transaction. And any result of this, results a result is called as events. So happening as consequences of transaction is called as result, and it is an event. Okay. So what is transaction? Sir, have some examples. I already explained you some examples. Sir, I invested rupees 2 lakhs rupees. 2 lakhs rupees is a transaction. Purchase goods of rupees 1,15,000. It's a transaction. Sold goods for rupees 1,47,000. He pays shop rent, sir. It is per month rupees 5,000 is a transaction. Sir, I earned something. I have surplus. I have surplus of rupees 50,000 is result. Suppose I expended some amount, I earned some amount, मुझे कुछ पैसा मिला और कुछ पैसा मैंने खर्चा किया. इनकम और एक्सपेंडिचर का जो डिफरेंस है, it's a result, and result is nothing but it is event. Surplus. Closing stock with me. I bought some goods. I bought 100 quantity. Out of that, I sold 80 quantity and I left with 20. That 20 is a result and it's called as event. So event is nothing but बेटा ये क्या है, ये रिजल्ट है. और ट्रांजैक्शन मतलब आप जो भी एक्टिविटी करते हो, इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी करते हो, उसको हम लोग ट्रांजैक्शन बोलते हैं. एनी परफॉर्मेंस आप जो देते हो उसको भी आप लोग क्या बोलते हो? एनी परफॉर्मेंस. मतलब मैंने कुछ परचेस किया, सेल किया, इन्वेस्ट किया, ये सभी किस में आता है? ये सभी ट्रांजैक्शन में आता है. और इवेंट मतलब क्या होता है सर? इवेंट मतलब नथिंग, इट्स अ रिजल्ट. बेटा बस 2 मिनट. सिर्फ मैं आपके क्वेश्चंस थोड़ा, मेरे यहाँ से साइट को प्रॉब्लम हुआ है. आई कांट सी योर क्वेश्चंस. Okay. I hope you are clear with this concept now. What is transaction and event? Accounting is nothing but it's a language of business. So beta, if I want to explain something in monetary terms, okay, so what is accounting? The business language. How I can explain someone my financials through accounting only. So accounting is called as language of business. Sir, is very important word. Accounting is a language of business. Okay, so आपके कुछ भी लैंग्वेज हो सकती है, बट जब आप फाइनेंशियल्स में आते हो तो आपकी लैंग्वेज क्या कहलाई जाएगी? अकाउंटिंग. ये आपकी लैंग्वेज कहलाई जाएगी. सो व्हाट इज अकाउंटिंग? यस, दोज हु आर फ्रॉम साइंस बैकग्राउंड. सो व्हाट इज अकाउंटिंग सर? यस, डेफिनेशन, इट इज an art of recording. For example, I bought some milk from the market. It is a transaction. I record it in the books. Okay, your mother is also doing these activities, so recording. Then I should know, yes, कितना लीटर्स मैंने दूध लिया, मिल्क कितना लिया. So that is called as summarizing. Sorry, that is called as classifying. And then in the form of trial balance, it is called as summarizing. So classifying means it is simple taking a total, how much, yes, liters, total quantity you bought, it's called as summarizing. And it is called as classifying. And third one is a summarizing. So what is recording? That we are going to see. Recording means first time when you enter in the transaction. So I bought 2 liters milk. Okay, total liters I bought is during the month, it's called 60 liters. It's called as classifying. Classifying means taking a total, and summarizing in the form of trial balance is called as accounting. In terms of money, transaction means any happening, and third one is of a financial character, and last one and interpreting results thereof. So sir, it is recording, summarizing, classifying in terms of money, transactions and events of financial character, and interpretation results thereof is called as accounting. Got the concept? Chalo, take a screenshot. You have to write this definition. Take a screenshot in your notebook, 400 pages. Chalo, take a screenshot. Meaning of accounting, I hope you understood it. Second one, sir, what is the process of accounting? What is the process of accounting? Identify events. Events means results. Events means results. Transaction means happenings. Transaction means happenings or any act is called as transaction. Second one, recorded in journal or subsidiary books, it is called as primary accounts. Sir, journal or subsidiary books. Journal we are going to learn today. Okay, so don't worry. Journal, those who are from science background, don't worry beta. We are going to start with from very basics. So journal or subsidiary. Subsidiary also we have one chapter. Then transfer. What is the second process? We will transfer it to ledger. So please recall these steps. First one is journal. First one is journal. Second one is ledger. Ledger means it's a secondary book. It's called as ledger. And then in ledger, it is classified in terms of income, expense, asset, liability. Okay, sir. Okay, we are going to understand it. Don't worry. So income, expense, asset, and liability. Okay, so what is the definition of income, expenditure, asset, liability? Technical language we are going to see in the ledger classified and summarize it in the profit and loss account and balance sheet. So without wasting our time, first step in your accounting, what is the first step? It's a journal. Okay, and what is my end step? You can see here, my end step will be summarize in the profit and loss account and balance sheet. Sir, income and expenses, asset, liabilities, we are going to divide it. And after that, next step will be we are going to prepare that P&L account and balance sheet is very, very important. Sir, we got this concept. ओके एक सिर्फ मेरा टेक्निकल बंदे को मैं बोलता हूँ कि मुझे क्वेरी लिंक नहीं ओपन हो रही है. सो निसर्ग जी, क्वेरी लिंक्स को प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है. टुडे मेनी स्टूडेंट्स ज्वाइन, तो आप लोगों ने हैंग कर दिया. नहीं ओपन हो रहा है. ओके सो आज तो आपने माहौल ही बना दिया है. और यस, मुझे क्वेरी लिंक्स के लिए प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है. निसर्ग जी, आप क्वेरी लिंक नहीं ओपन हो पा रहा है. हाँ जी, दो बार किया, दूसरे मोबाइल से भी कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, ओके. नो, नहीं हो रहा है. चलो ठीक है. दूसरा कोई लिंक है? माइट भी ओपन ही नहीं हो रहा है. देखता हूं. चलो स्टार्ट कर दूं मैं. In ledger, so we are going to start with this first chapter. What is journal? Okay, what is journal? That is chapter number 2. So we have to start with this process. So process you have to understand. First one, recorded in the journal. Second one, secondary books is a ledger. And what is my aim? My aim is to prepare P&L and balance sheet. Okay, so sir, I'm going to start with chapter number 2, unit number 1. And again, we will come back to this chapter number 1 after understanding what are journal entries. चलिए, ओके, so journal entries. First, we have to understand today journal entries. Every one of you, before understanding journal entries, we must know what is our objective. What is our objective? Our objective is to prepare financial statement. हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या होना चाहिए? हमें पता होना चाहिए हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है. सर हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव है फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट बनाना. सर व्हाट आर फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट? आप पहले तो बता दीजिए व्हाट इज फाइनेंशियल, व्हाट आर फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट. यस, आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन यू व्हाट आर फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट. नंबर 1 इज अ प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट. What is number 1? It is a profit and loss account. So number 2 is a balance sheet. Number 2 is balance sheet. Number 3 is cash flow statement. Number 3 is cash flow statement. Number 4 is statement of changes in equity. And after that, notes to accounts. Cash flow statement, statement of changes in equity, and notes to accounts, we are going to understand at intermediate level. So before starting this course, this accounting, we must be know what we are going to prepare in our life. We are going to prepare and audit financial statements. Sir, what are financial statements? Profit and loss account and balance sheet. These words are difficult to understand, but wait, I'm going to explain it in detail. While before preparation of any of this statement, we have to go through one process, and that process is nothing but chapter number 2. So what is the objective of chapter number 2? Chapter number 2 will tell you, before preparation of your profit and loss account or balance sheet, what we are going to record, how we are going to prepare, what is the journey before preparation of profit and loss account and balance sheet is nothing but chapter number 2. So profit and loss, balance sheet. Profit and loss is a performance statement. We are going to know what is profit oblique loss of our organization. So that is a performance statement. So balance sheet is a position statement, financial position. How many assets that I have, what are my liabilities, what are my obligations, from where I will receive money is asset, and where from to whom I'm going to pay is called as liability. So that is a balance sheet. Third statement is a cash flow statement, statement of changes in equity, and notes to accounts is the last part. Okay, let's have some financial statements, sir, of Bajaj Finance. I'm going to explain it. I'm going to show you. सर बजाज फाइनेंस सबने सुना तो होगा ही. अरे वही जो आपको लोन देते हैं, कोई भी इक्विपमेंट आपको खरीदना होगा, आपकी व्हीकल से लेके आप मोबाइल तक, बजाज फाइनेंस से आप ले सकते हो पूरा का पूरा फाइनेंस. दिस इज नॉट एन एडवर्टाइजमेंट बेटा, जस्ट आई वांट टू शो यू हाउ दिस फाइनेंशियल्स आर प्रिपेयर्ड, व्हाट इज देयर एम. सो how they communicate with us is, you can see here, it's a balance sheet. It's a consolidated, that word is a different that you are going to understand at intermediate level. So consolidated, see, this is a balance sheet. In balance sheet, you can see there are some heads, equity and liability, shareholders fund, share capital, reserves and surplus. So that you are going to understand it at intermediate level. Okay. Consolidated profit and loss account. So second one is a consolidated profit and loss account. These are notes to accounts, sir. Some notes. So which concept you are following? Historical cost. So we are going to see these concepts. Don't worry. Historical cost, accrual words. These words we have to understand. This is the first day. You are not going to become Rajnikant on very first day. थोड़ा slowly जाएंगे. रजनीकांत सबको मैं बनाऊंगा. Don't worry. You are in safe hands. So पहले तो समझ लीजिए. Today we have to grasp some concepts. We have to understand some entries. Okay. So today is warm-up day. But yes, 100% focus is required. 100% focus. Cash flow statement, sir. Cash flow statement. We are going to see it in intermediate. Don't worry. So this is only a statement. Cash flow statement. So now actual part we are going to start. मुझे आपके कमेंट्स चाहिए. मैं 2 मोबाइल पे ओपन किया है, पर वेट. संगम जी हो रहा है क्या? आपके आंसर्स में रीड नहीं कर पाऊंगा, सो वेट फॉर 1 मिनट बेटा। यस बेटा, चलो। सो मुझे आपके आंसर्स रीड करने हैं, बट एक बार करके देखिए। गॉट 1 मिनट। हो गया क्वेश्चंस? ओके, आई डोंट नो, एक सेकंड, नहीं हो रहा है ना। लेट्स हैव लुक ऑन सम एग्जांपल्स। नंबर 1, here is one shopkeeper. He is selling toys, and Daksh, beta, my son name is Daksh. So that shopkeeper sold some toys and Daksh will pay cash. बेटा मेरी कैश पे करेगा, but it's okay, at least for understanding purpose, who is debtor and who is creditor. For that purpose, we are going to understand this example. So example is very simple, sir. Shopkeeper is selling some toys and Daksh will pay cash after that. He will purchase some toys, Daksh will purchase and he will pay cash. Simple, eh? Transaction is very simple. Now, why this transaction? Because in accounting language, I want to tell you what is debtor and what is creditor. So here I am going to explain you who is debtor and who is creditor in this example. So see, first, those who are from science background, please understand it. Shopkeeper. In the books of shopkeeper, he never opens account of shopkeeper. मेरे बुक में मेरा ही अकाउंट कैसे होगा? मेरे बुक में मेरा ही अकाउंट कैसे होगा? तो शॉपकीपर के बुक्स में यहाँ पे दक्ष का अकाउंट होने वाला है और दक्ष के बुक में शॉपकीपर का अकाउंट होगा. सर, इज वेरी सिंपल. इन बुक्स ऑफ शॉपकीपर दक्ष अकाउंट विल बी ओपन एंड दक्ष के बुक्स में शॉपकीपर का अकाउंट ओपन होगा. ये याद रखना. ओके, सो इन द बुक्स ऑफ शॉपकीपर हुज अकाउंट इज ओपन बेटा? दक्ष अकाउंट इज ओपन. किसका अकाउंट ओपन रहेगा? दक्ष का अकाउंट. तो फर्स्ट वन, बुक्स ऑफ शॉपकीपर, दक्ष इज अ डेटर. Daksh is a debtor. Debtor means receivable. Remember, Daksh is a debtor. Okay, so Daksh is a debtor. याद रखना. Shopkeeper को amount is receivable. अरे he is selling toy. So therefore, yes, for him, Daksh के पास से पैसा आएगा. And when Daksh pays money, when Daksh pays money, Daksh becomes giver. Daksh becomes giver. In the books of shopkeeper, he will not open account of shopkeeper. In the books of shopkeeper, he will open account of Daksh. तो शॉपकीपर के बुक में किसका अकाउंट ओपन होगा? अरे सर, दक्ष का अकाउंट ओपन होगा. एंड दक्ष पहले कौन था? अरे दक्ष से पैसा आने वाला था. तो दक्ष कौन हुआ? दक्ष डेटर हुआ. और जब दक्ष ने पैसा दे दिया तो ही बिकम्स गिवर. सो सर, दो नए वर्ड्स हमें समझे, डेटर एंड गिवर. डेटर and giver. So debtor becomes giver when transaction is on credit. When udhari pe transaction hoga, Daksh is a debtor. And after 5 days, if Daksh pays him, in that case, Daksh becomes गिवर. सो ये लिख के रखना है. Yes, everyone in the comment section, write down. Debtor becomes giver. Debtor becomes giver. Remember, debtor becomes giver. चलो जल्दी से बताइए. Share this session lecture to maximum friends. बेटा is very important. शेयरिंग होना ही जरूरी है. जितना ICI के साथ जुड़े रहोगे तो यू विल फाइंड इट वेरी इजी. तो मैक्सिमम स्टूडेंट्स को ये शेयर भी करना, उनका भी फायदा होगा और मैक्सिमम बेनिफिट इन CA कोर्स. ओके. ओके सर. एवरीवन प्लीज, व्हेनेवर आई एम टेलिंग यू टू राइट, मैं जब भी आपको बोलता हूं कि राइट इट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, प्लीज लिखो. इट विल बिल्ड योर कॉन्फिडेंस. ओके. सो सर जो बोलते हैं, यू आर नॉट हियर इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी. ओके. सो प्लीज बी एक्टिव इन द क्लास. Instead of, it is not face to face class, but please give your comments. Whenever I am telling you to write something, write it. Don't hesitate. शर्म आने की बात नहीं है और लेजीनेस भी आने की बात नहीं है. मेरे जितना एनर्जी आपको दिख रहा है उससे दुगनी एनर्जी आपकी चाहिए, डबल एनर्जी. ओके. ओपन सर. यस, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. चलो बेटा, आई नो मनोज जी, मोंजोरी दास जी, दिस ऐप इज स्लो. यस बेटा, थोड़ा सा स्लो है अभी फिलहाल, इज इन प्रोसेस, तो थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा. सबटाइटल फॉर हिंदी इन रिवीजन बेटा, SRO का is not possible beta. Revision will be in Hindi. Yes, I will take revision in English also and revision in Hindi also. Don't worry Bhavna ji. Okay. Debtor becomes giver. Debtor becomes giver. Debtor becomes giver. Everyone write it in the comment section. Debtor becomes giver. Debtor becomes giver. Debtor becomes giver. Okay sir, understood, understood. Now in the books of Daksh sir, in the books of Daksh किसका अकाउंट ओपन होगा? Yes, whose account will be open in the books of Daksh? Tell me fast. In the books of Daksh किसका अकाउंट ओपन होगा? Whose account will be open? Sir, shopkeeper account sir. Shopkeeper account in the books of Daksh. Now you tell me whether amount is payable from Daksh or whether amount is receivable. Yes, amount is payable to shopkeeper or whether amount is receivable from the shopkeeper. Yes, for whose books beta? Daksh के books है. तो दक्ष पैसा शॉपकीपर को देने वाला है या लेने वाला है? सर, डेटर क्रेडिटर इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड इन अकाउंटिंग लैंग्वेज. ओके सर, ओके. यस, कैन यू टेल मी? Okay. Sir, I want your attention till last minute. Huh? No one will leave the class. Yes. Okay. So in the books of Daksh, शॉपकीपर इज अ क्रेडिटर. शॉपकीपर को पैसा देना है. ही इज पेबल. पेबल. शॉपकीपर इज अ पेबल. क्रेडिटर मीन्स पेबल. एंड व्हेन दक्ष पेज मीन्स ही रिसीव्स. दक्ष पेज मीन्स ही रिसीव्स. And when shopkeeper receives money, shopkeeper becomes receiver. So what is the language beta? Creditor becomes receiver. Creditor becomes receiver. Creditor becomes receiver. Remember this sentence. So debtor becomes giver. Creditor becomes receiver. Okay. Sir, we understood. So दक्ष के लिए क्या होगा? In the books of दक्ष, दक्ष के लिए क्रेडिटर हो जाएगा शॉपकीपर, एंड when he receives money, when shopkeeper receives money, he becomes receiver. And in the books of shopkeeper, daksh is a debtor. daksh से पैसा आएगा, and when he pays, he becomes giver. daksh के एंगल से सोचने का. In the books of shopkeeper, you have to think from the angle of daksh, and in the books of daksh we have to think for shopkeeper. Remember? Yes. Sir, I am giving you an example. Now this is Mr. Sanket sir. SS has sold pen drive. Okay. So pen drive session to Pratham. Pratham is a student. Okay. SS is a teacher. And Pratham will pay cash after 10 days. It's an example. So tell me, in the books of SS. Yes, आप सभी मुझे explain कीजिए. In the books of SS, प्रथम कौन होगा? And in the books of प्रथम, SS कौन होगा? चलो जल्दी से बताइए. निसर्ग जी, मैं क्वेरीज नहीं देख पा रहा हूं. ओपन में 3 मोबाइल में ओपन किया, एक भी मोबाइल में नहीं हो रहा है सर जी. मैं आंसर्स ही नहीं देख पा रहा हूं किसी के. ये लीजिए. Okay. Yes, think properly. In the books of SS and in the books of Pratham. In the books of SS, sir, Pratham. Now see the answer. In the books of SS, Pratham is debtor. प्रथम से पैसा आएगा to SS. So Pratham is a receivable for SS. And when he pays money, he becomes giver. He becomes giver. Okay. So personal account, very simple. Pratham is a debtor. And when Pratham pays, he becomes giver. Now think from the angle of Pratham. Think from the angle of Pratham. SS is creditor. SS is creditor, and when SS receives money, SS becomes receiver. Okay, SS becomes receiver. So SS is a creditor, and when he receives money, SS becomes receiver. Okay, I hope now you are clear with this concept. एक ही मिनट में सिर्फ आपके क्वेरी लिंक्स देख रहा हूं. नहीं ओपन हुआ. ठीक है, चलिए. Okay, sir, now we are clear with this concept. Now last example. Now you only tell me, Tata Motors, and suppose Mr. X, he buys car from Tata Motors. So tell me the relation. He buys car from the Tata Motors. So Mr. X के book में Tata Motors is, and in the books of Tata Motors, yes, बताइए जल्दी से. Okay. So what is the transaction? Mr. X buys car from Tata Motors. So for books of Tata Motors, beta, tell me Mr. X, and in the books of Mr. X, Tata Motors is. think. It's very simple. Yes, you have to identify this debtor-creditor relationship. In foundation level, it's very important. You have to identify debtor-creditor relationship because we are going to see some basic rules of accounts. And in basic rules of accounts, first concept that you have to identify personal account, whether is a receiver or giver, that you have to identify. So in the books of Mr. X, Tata Motors is a creditor. And when he pays money, Tata Motor becomes receiver. So creditor becomes receiver, creditor becomes receiver, creditor becomes receiver. Very good, very good. In the books of SS, Pratham is a debtor, and in the books of Pratham, SS is a creditor. Very good. Yes. Now here, beta, in the books of Tata Motors, Mr. X is a debtor, and when he pays money, he becomes giver. Sir, very clear understanding. Any difficulties till now? Any difficulty? Very good. Many students replied, beta. Many students replied. Very good. चलो, बहुत बढ़िया सर, बहुत बढ़िया. Sir, please write one sentence in the comment section. I want to see. Debtor becomes, every one of you, debtor becomes and creditor becomes. Please fill in the blank. Debtor becomes and creditor becomes. Maximum times, if you write this, you will never forget these sentences. Okay, so write down, comment करो जल्दी से comment section पे. चलो फास्ट. चलो बच्चों, जल्दी. Yes, very good. Very good. चलो कमेंट करो फास्ट. इन द बुक्स ऑफ टाटा मोटर्स हो गया. नाउ डेटर बिकम्स, यस बेटा, यू आर रीचेबल बेटा, डोंट वरी. रोहित जैन जी, आप मुझे मैं अभी आपके क्वेरीज देख पा रहा हूँ. वेरी गुड. आदित्य सोनी जी, यस, बहुत बढ़िया. गिवर एंड रिसीवर, वेरी गुड. तारा चौधरी ने भी लिखा है, सौरभ वर्मा ने लिखा है, पटेल जी डोंट अंडरस्टूड. यस, गौरव जी, क्यों नहीं समझ में आ रहा है आपको? गौरव जी, इतना सिंपल क्यों नहीं समझा आपको? बेटा सीए करने वाले स्टूडेंट्स है, जिगरा रखना पड़ेगा आपको. फटाफट बताना पड़ेगा कौन है, जल्दा ग्रास्पिंग बढ़ाना पड़ेगा आपको. ये कोर्स सिंपल वालों का नहीं है, बहुत बड़ा जिगरा होना चाहिए. यस, 4 बार मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया. यस, अंसारी जी, कितना सिंपल है. देखो बेटा, एसएस के बुक से, प्रथम के बुक से, एसएस ने प्रथम को पेन ड्राइव बेचा, प्रथम ने बेटा बाद में कैश पे किया. तो एसएस के बुक में प्रथम को जैसे ही पेन ड्राइव बेचेगा तो प्रथम से पैसा रिसीव होने वाला है, सो रिसीवेबल. सो प्रथम से पैसा आने वाला है, तो एसएस के लिए प्रथम कौन हुआ? एसएस के लिए प्रथम डेटर हुआ. एसएस के लिए प्रथम डेटर हुआ, और प्रथम को पैसा देना है, तो पैसा जिसको देना है तो वो कौन बन गया बेटा? ही बिकम्स क्रेडिटर. आपको क्या याद रखना है? यहाँ पे बन गया क्रेडिटर. तो प्रथम के लिए एसएस कौन हुआ बेटा? वेरी सिंपल. प्रथम के लिए एसएस को पैसा देना है सर, पैसा देना है, तो मुझे क्रेडिटर ये याद रखना है. पैसा आने वाला होगा तो डेटर, पैसा देना होगा तो क्रेडिटर. सपोज आप सुबह उठे, आपने सब्जी लाया, तो आपके लिए सब्जी वाले को पैसा देना है, तो आपका क्रेडिटर है. सब्जी वाला आपके लिए क्रेडिटर है, और सब्जी वाले से आपको पैसा लेना है, तो सब्जी वाले के लिए आप हो जाओगे डेटर. एकदम सिंपल छे. नथिंग डिफिकल्ट बेटा, नथिंग डिफिकल्ट. ओके, चलो. अरे इतना तो आपको करना ही पड़ेगा बेटा, सीए कोर्स कर रहे, कोई सिंपल वाली डिग्री तो ले नहीं रहे. डेटर क्रेडिटर नहीं समझ में आया तो क्या होगा आगे, सोचिए थोड़ा. ओके 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 सर, जल्दी लिखो. यस सर सब लिख रहे हैं सर, सब लिख रहे हैं. डेटर बिकम्स गिवर, क्रेडिटर बिकम्स रिसीवर. सर डेटर क्रेडिटर तो रिलेशन इज वेरी सिंपल. व्हाट इज डेटर? हु इज डेटर? डेटर मीन्स फ्रॉम whom amount is receivable. Amount is receivable. He is your debtor. And to whom you are payable, he is your creditor. Okay, so your creditor means to whom you are going to pay. It's a creditor. Okay, very simple. जब भी पैसा आने वाला होगा डेटर, जब भी पैसा देना है क्रेडिटर. सर डेटर क्रेडिटर नहीं समझा ना, पूरा अकाउंट्स नहीं समझ में आएगा. ओके, यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई डेटर क्रेडिटर रिलेशनशिप. ओके, yes, now we are clear with this sir. Chalo, let's move to basic rules of accounts. Now very important point, basic rules of accounts sir. Yes, thank you Saurabh Verma, you are amazing sir. Yes sir, my answers are visible. Yes sir, live comment chatting is not showing sir on YouTube. बेटा नहीं, YouTube पे नहीं आएगा, YouTube पे it's not there. सर ऐप थोड़ा स्लो है. यस आई नो दैट, वी आर वर्किंग ऑन इट. नाउ यू आर गिविंग कमेंट्स, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सर. ओके, नो बेटा प्लीज कम. अक्षत दुबे जी, इट्स ऑलवेज बेटर टू अटेंड इट इन द लाइव सेशन. ओके, सो 2 मई 2020 के लेक्चर्स वहां पे है, पर आप है ना मेरे लाइव लेक्चर्स को आना. लाइव लेक्चर्स में आप ज्यादा एंजॉय करोगे. यू विल एंजॉय मोर इन लाइव सेशन इंस्टेड ऑफ अटेंडिंग इट इन द रिकॉर्डेड वन. सो ऑलवेज ट्राई टू अटेंड इट इन लाइव. लाइव में हमेशा फीलिंग रहता है सर को आंसर्स देने. दैट फीलिंग इज नॉट देयर इन द रिकॉर्डेड वन. सो ऑलवेज ट्राई टू अटेंड इट इन द लाइव सेशन. Is very important, and you can ask me questions also. If you are not getting any concept, you can again ask me. I will explain it again and again. Don't worry. Okay, sir, clear sir, clear. Now yes sir, it's over. I'm going to explain you journal entries, but before starting journal entries we have to understand there are 2 approaches. Now very important, please focus for next 10 to 15 minutes. That after that I'm going to give you one break, short break of 5 to 7 minutes, and beta after break we are going to see some journal entries. Chalo, so before starting next one, yes, understand types of accounts. Very important. Divide it in 2 parts. Sir, there are 2 views. One is traditional view and one is modern view. Traditional view and modern view. So traditional view, we have divided accounts. Now this Luca di Pacioli, नाम से क्या लेना देना है, we are not interested in his name, but beta Italian scientist or mathematician. Now that there is no proper study on that, but yes, that person Luca di Pacioli, he has given to this whole world 3 basic rules of accounts. And we have to stick to these rules, beta. We have to stick to these rules while passing any journal entry, sir. Any journal entry. So what is traditional view? Number 1, it is divided in 3 parts: personal, real, and nominal. PRN, PRN, PRN. Whole world, whole transactions are divided in these 3 basic rules: personal, real, nominal. Write it in the comment section. Personal, real, nominal. Write down, write down, write down. चलो लिखो जल्दी से. Write it in the comment section, beta. Yes, personal, real, nominal. Very easy. Sir, basic 3 words: personal, real, nominal. Okay, sir, we got this. Personal rule. Beta, in study material, we have or in any book, we have only one word, that is debit the receiver and credit the giver. But beta, receiver giver relationship starts only after debtor and creditor. Okay, so I have divided this in two parts. Personal rule. I have divided this in two parts. Personal rule. Number one, due rule. Number two, receiving giving rule. Okay, so I have divided it in two parts. Number one is a due rule. Number one is a due rule. Number one is a due rule, and after that, receiving giving rule. Okay, sir. What is due rule? Debit the debtor. Debtor means beta, from whom amount is receivable. Receivable, amount is receivable. When you receive amount, when you sold something, sales, or when you have some income. Okay, so when you sold something, or if you have some income on credit, when you sold something on credit. सर एक बार एक्सप्लेन कीजिए ना, एक बार हिंदी में बता दीजिए. तो बहुत सिंपल है. डेटर, डेबिट होता है डेटर को. डेबिट एंड क्रेडिट, इट्स अ अकाउंटिंग लैंग्वेज. डेबिट एंड क्रेडिट, एवरी डेबिट हैज अ क्रेडिट in accounting language. Okay, so two effects. Science background students, these are some new words, debit and credit. You will understand it slowly. This is your first day. Yes beta, so understand it slowly. Debit and credit. Debit means the amount which is receivable. Sir, when amount will be receivable? कब मुझे amount आएगा? सर उधारी पे दिया और बाद में पैसा आने वाला है. सर बाद में पैसा आने वाला है. यस सर, गॉट द कॉन्सेप्ट. तो बाद में पैसा आएगा तो क्या होगा? जिसके पास से पैसा क्यों आएगा आपको? सर मैंने कुछ तो सेल्स किया था उसको, या मैंने कुछ इनकम मेरा हुआ, इंटरेस्ट मुझे मिलने वाला है, या मुझे कुछ रेंट मिलने वाला है. तो वो बंदा मेरे लिए क्या होगा? वो बंदा मेरे लिए डेटर होगा. मेरे बुक्स में सामने वाले का अकाउंट होता है, मेरे बुक्स में सामने वाले का अकाउंट होता है. सर समझ में आया? सर सेल्स होता है या डेटर कब होगा? सो सेल्स मतलब जब मुझे पैसा आने वाला है. जब पैसा मुझे आने वाला है तो वो क्या हो जाएगा? डेटर. जब पैसा मुझे आने वाला है तो वो हो जाएगा डेटर. ओके, नाउ credit the creditor. Now when there is a creditor beta, when creditor arises, when you purchase something on credit, or if you incur some expenditure but you have not yet paid. Okay, so purchases or expenditure, in that case creditor means payable. Creditor means payable. So we got this concept. चलो मुझे सर अच्छे से समझ में आया. डेटर क्या होता है, क्रेडिटर क्या होता है. डेटर मतलब जिससे पैसा आने वाला है, क्रेडिटर मतलब जिसको पैसा देना है. क्रेडिटर कब आएगा? सर उधारी पे कुछ परचेस करके आया, और मुझे बाद में पेमेंट उसको करना है, तो वो बन जाएगा क्रेडिटर. इट्स वेरी सिंपल सर. क्रेडिटर मतलब जिसको पैसा देना है. और क्रेडिटर कब आएगा? जब मैंने कुछ उधारी पे परचेस किया, या मेरे पास किसी ने काम किया पर मैंने अभी तक पेमेंट ही नहीं किया. बेटा मेरे पास किसी ने काम किया तो वो सैलरी है, सैलरी मुझे देना है, तो सैलरी पेबल, ये क्रेडिटर हो जाएगा. पेबल मीन्स क्रेडिटर. पेबल मतलब जिसको पैसा देना है, और डेटर मतलब जिससे पैसा लेना है. हिंदी में इसको बोलेंगे लेना, और ये होगा देना. Yes sir, very easy, very easy. And when he receives cash, creditor becomes receiver and debtor becomes giver. So debit the receiver, credit the giver. बट याद रखना, डेबिट द रिसीवर कब होता है? डेबिट द रिसीवर, क्रेडिटर पहले होता है फिर रिसीवर होगा. सो व्हाट इज दिस सेंटेंस? क्रेडिटर बिकम्स receiver, debtor becomes giver. Okay, sir, 100% understood. 100%. It's very simple. First rule we have completed. Personal. Are you going to write it? Yes. Yes, sir. We are going to write it. And please write it in comment section also. So बेटा, I will understand कि आपको पूरा का पूरा knowledge आ चुका है. Personal का rule. So very simple. Personal, I will, yes, revise it for 5 times. Personal. Due rule. Debit the debtor, credit the creditor. Receiving, giving. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debtor becomes giver, creditor becomes receiver. First rule completed. First time. Debit the debtor, credit the creditor. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debtor becomes giver, creditor becomes receiver. Second time. Debit the debtor, credit the creditor. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debtor becomes giver, creditor becomes receiver. Third time. Debit the debtor, credit the creditor. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debtor becomes giver, creditor becomes receiver. Fifth time. Debit the debtor, credit the creditor. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Creditor becomes receiver, debtor becomes giver. Sir, over, sir. Over. और टुडे होमवर्क मिनिमम 10 टाइम्स आईने के सामने खड़े होके पूरे रूल्स खुद के सामने बोलना है या किसी फ्रेंड को रिवीजन देना है. किसी भी फ्रेंड को रिवीजन देना है. टुडेज रूल. ओके, आज आप सब लोग किसी ना किसी को रिवीजन दोगे. So first rule understood? Yes बेटा. आदित्य सोनी जी, मैं आपके मैसेज पढ़ सकता हूं. क्रेडिटर बिकम्स रिसीवर. बेटा इतना तो आपको आना ही चाहिए. आई एक्सप्लेन इट मेनी टाइम्स. बहुत हो गया बेटा. डेटर क्रेडिटर तो अभी समझ में ही आना चाहिए आपको. यस. Now what is the second rule? Real account. Real account beta, debit what comes in. Debit what comes in, sir. Comes in. So personal means related to banks, cooperative societies, company. Personal means any person. Hum tum, you and me. Yes, you and me are personal account. Hum tum. Okay, sir. So personal. Real is related to things. Whole world is divided in these 3 rules. Debit what comes in. So things means asset, plant and machinery, land and building, cash, everything. Beta Surya Kumar ji, almost 1000 students are giving comments, so it's not possible to read each and every person's query. Okay, तो जितने भी मुझे लग रहा है कि ये क्वेरीज बराबर है, मैं उनके क्वेरीज ले रहा हूं. डोंट वरी. रियल अकाउंट. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Okay. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Sir, it's very simple, sir. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out, sir. Real account. And what is nominal account, sir? Is related to expenses and incomes. Debit all expenses and losses. Debit all expenses and losses. Credit. So beta, what is expense? Expenditure means which you are paying, and income means which you are receiving. For example, I'm receiving tuition fees. I'm receiving from professional fees from the client. So these are my incomes. And what is expenditure? Beta, I'm paying salary to my panda. जो पर्सन है उसको सैलरी पे करता हूं. या सपोज इफ आई एम पेइंग सम रेंट और इफ आई एम पेइंग सम any other expenses like stationery or that, all are expenses. Purchases के लिए जो pay करता हूँ. Sales is my income. So debit all expenses. Sir, expense and loss, what is the difference? But expense is paid in cash and losses are never paid in cash. For example, depreciation. Wait, This is a new word, science background student. Depreciation, we are going to understand it in next chapter. We have a separate chapter for depreciation. So non-cash means a loss, and expenditure means which you are paying in the cash. So debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Sir, now very clear with the concept. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Okay. बेटा प्रपोज स्कीम अभी तक नहीं है, सो फॉर नवंबर स्टूडेंट्स नो प्रपोज स्कीम बेटा. चलिए, so nominal accounts, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Sir, what is modern approach? Modern approach is nothing but it is divided in 5 parts. Asset. Asset means which expenditure I incurred in the past. Expenditure incurred in the past and benefit. See, expenditure in the past and benefit will be in the future. Sir, example, sir, bike, car. I bought one car. अभी वो कार में बैठ के मैं मेरे क्लाइंट प्लेस पे जाएगा, तो क्लाइंट से मुझे पैसा आएगा. So beta, that car is my asset. It gives me some benefits. Okay. So not my personal car. Okay. So got the concept? Asset means debit balance. So modern approach, they divide it in 5 parts. It's very simple. In traditional approach, debit, credit, debit, credit, debit, credit. But in modern approach, it is simply divided in 5 parts: asset, liabilities, expenditure, income, and capital. Okay. So asset, liability, expenditure, income, capital. ALEIC. ALEIC. Liability. Now what is liability? Obligation. It is called as obligation. I have to pay bank loan. Sir, कर्जा है मेरे दिमाग पे, सिर पे कर्जा है मेरे, क्या करूं, टेंशन है. So कर्जा मतलब liability, obligation. I have taken one bank loan, and in accounting it has a credit balance. Which balance, sir? Credit balance. Credit balance. Sir, expenditure means you paid it. So expenditure matlab kharcha. Kharcha has debit balance. Remember, kharcha has, expenditure has debit balance. Income, sir. Income means the amount which I received is called as income. My professional fees, interest is called as income. Dividend is called as income, and it has a credit balance. And sir, capital. Capital means my own contribution. I contributed something in business. My own contribution, मेरा खुद का पैसा is a capital. It has a credit balance. Over, sir. Over. Modern approach has simply divided into 5 parts. Modern approach, 5 parts: asset, liability, expenditure, income, capital. Asset shows debit balance, liability shows credit balance, expenditure shows debit balance, income shows credit balance, capital shows credit balance. Asset, debit, liability, credit, income, credit, expense, debit, capital, credit. Okay, sir, got this concept. Got this concept. Very simple. Modern approach has divided it into 5 parts. And sir, what is the equation? Equation is very simple. Assets minus liability is equal to capital, and income minus expenses is a profit, and expenditure minus income is a loss. Asset minus liability is equal to capital, income minus expense is profit. And see, modern approach when to use if you are not following double 2 aspect approach. So there are 2 followers. सर ट्रेडिशनल से भी करने वाले लोग हैं, मॉडर्न से भी करने वाले. सर आप कौन से फॉलोअर? सर मैं ट्रेडिशनल वाला हूं. I am a follower of traditional approach. I always pass any entry by using traditional approach. But many faculties, they use modern approach. But बेटा every debit has a credit. और यहाँ पे ये मुश्किल होता है. So modern approach जो है वो थोड़ा सा मैं उसके खिलाफ नहीं हूं, कहाँ कहाँ मीन सम टॉपिक्स we are going to use modern approach, but maximum approach that I will use is a traditional approach. Traditional approach is important for us. Remember, traditional approach is a nothing but it's a personal account. Personal account, yes, fatafat. Traditional approach, personal account. Chalo, quick revision, sir. Personal account, real account, nominal account. See, personal and real will carry to balance sheet and nominal account will be transferred to P&L. Wait, I will explain it later, but it's important. Personal and real balance sheet में जाएंगे और nominal account जाएगा P&L में. इतना याद रखो. Personal account, due rule. Due rule is a debit the debtor, credit the creditor, and receiving giving. Debit the debtor, credit the creditor. Receiving giving will be debit the receiver, credit the giver, sir. Okay, take a screenshot. चलो चलो चलो. ये लिखना है आपको बाद में. Yes. Yes, modern approach and traditional approach. Next one, real account. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out, sir. Related to things. Related to things. And last one, nominal. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains, sir. Okay. Now we are here. We have completed basic rules of accounts. And what is modern approach, beta? Yes, this is journal entries. वो हम लोग मॉडर्न अप्रोच मैंने इसमें डाले नहीं है स्लाइड्स में, वो डाल दूंगा मैं. सो मॉडर्न अप्रोच एंड ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोच. Traditional approach we have completed. What is modern approach? Asset shows debit balance, liability shows credit balance, expenditure shows debit balance, income shows credit balance, and last one, capital shows credit balance. So modern approach आपके सामने रख देता हूं मैं. स्लाइड में मॉडर्न अप्रोच नहीं है. Okay. I hope you are clear with this concept. Let's take a break of 5 to 7 minutes and we will come back after this break. Our session will be up to 115 or 120. Okay, because chapters are big. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any query, you can ask me. Chalo, jaldi se. Yes, both approaches, and in break, you are going to type all these entries in the comment section. So till that time, yes, I don't want to waste your time. 10 मिनट का टाइम दे रहा हूं. फटाफट एंट्रीज को याद करो. एंट्रीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. यदि एंट्रीज को याद कर लिया बेटा, अकाउंट्स इज वेरी इजी. अकाउंट्स इतना इजी है ना, मैं आपको गारंटी बोलता हूँ 80 प्लस मार्क्स इफ यू आर क्लियर विद दिस अकाउंटिंग. ओके, और इफ यू थिंक कि ये बहुत ही फास्ट है तो बेटा आप थोड़ा स्लो लेक्चर्स के लिए आपको चाहिए होगा, तो आप क्या करना है ये मैं आपको बताऊंगा. सो डोंट वरी, बट इतना स्पीड तो हमें मेंटेन करना ही पड़ेगा. ओके, आई होप यू एंजॉयड टिल नाउ. ठीक है, लेट्स टेक अ ब्रेक ऑफ 10 मिनट्स. निसर्ग जी, निसर्ग ब्रेक. Welcome back once again. Now we are going to start. So before break, what we have seen before break was, first I will revise it quickly in this speed only. Yes, you have to answer all these things. Number one, asset. Number one is a traditional approach: personal, real, nominal. Personal account is related to persons: artificial person, natural person. Artificial person means bank, cooperative societies, or companies, and natural person is like you and me. So personal account, if first normally the rule is debit the receiver, credit the giver, but Sanket sir told you one more rule, that is the due relationship, that is a debit the debtor, credit the creditor, because any relationship first starts with debtor creditor and then ends with receiver giver. Debtor becomes giver, creditor becomes receiver. Real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out, and nominal account, nominal talks about debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. In case of modern approach, asset debit balance, liability credit balance, expenditure debit balance, income credit balance, and capital account credit balance. So friends, yes beta, Saurabh Verma ji, please leave at 1 o'clock. We are hungry. बेटा सीए कोर्स है, हंगरी वगैरह नहीं, सिर्फ और सिर्फ फोकस ऑन स्टडी होना चाहिए, ओनली स्टडी. चलिए, सो नाउ डू वन बाय वन एंट्रीज. आज हम लोग आपको क्वेश्चंस ग्रुप पे भेज देंगे इन असाइनमेंट. आई विल टेल यू 5 to 7 एंट्रीज टुडे, हाउ टू थिंक ऑन दिस. चलो एंट्रीज हम लोग कर रहे हैं अभी. राइट डाउन first one. Yes beta, now we are going to start with Atharvaji some entries, so it will be very easy for you. Sir, write down journal entries, chapter name. Yes, leave one page for writing all these basic rules. After one page, chapter 2, unit 1, journal. Unit 1 is journal. Write down. For every chapter, first we will prepare index. Index will help you at the time of revision. How to prepare it? Serial number, page number, small columns, remarks, and last column write down category. So prepare 4 column index, serial number, page number, remarks, and category. Every one of you. 1 page index, 1 page index, okay. Please improve your resolution, increase your resolution beta. Those students जिनके लिए not visible, yes, YouTube पे जाके स्क्रीन रिजोल्यूशन आपको बढ़ाना है तो आपको क्लियरली दिखने लगेगा. एक बार देख लीजिए अच्छे से दिख रहा है क्या? सीरियल नंबर, पेज नंबर, रिमार्क्स एंड कैटेगरी, इट्स विजिबल. यस, ग्रुप कौन सा ग्रुप नहीं, यस, असाइनमेंट. वी विल पोस्ट असाइनमेंट इन आवर बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडीज ऐप. सो हमारे बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडीज के ऐप में मैं असाइनमेंट पोस्ट करूंगा और वहां पे असाइनमेंट में बेटा आपको पीडीएफ मिल जाएगा. ओके, एंड ग्रुप हम लोग बनाएंगे बाद में, टेलीग्राम चैनल का एक ग्रुप बना लेंगे, देखते हैं. सो डोंट वरी, देयर यू कैन डिस्कस विथ मी, आई विल बी देयर, बट Yes, after 2-3 days. Okay. So अभी फिलहाल के लिए नहीं बनाएंगे. So we will prepare it, but after some days. Okay. ठीक है. चले. Now after one page, all important points. Number 1, write down first entry. SS started business. SS started business with capital of rupees 1 lakh. Yes. SS started business with cash of rupees 1 lakh or capital of rupees 1 lakh. So any journal entry in learning phase, you have to go through this process. First one, identify accounts. First one, identify accounts. Identify type. Then apply rule. Beta, don't start answering immediately. First, we will apply this process and then pass entry. Beta, very, very important. So first write down this. Only once you have to write this process. Identify account, identify type, apply rule, and pass journal entry. Pass journal entry. Okay? So first you have to identify 2 accounts. Cash account and SS account. Now SS is owner of the business. So we will use word SS capital. It indicates, capital word indicates he is owner. So 2 accounts, cash and SS capital. Cash is a real account and SS capital is a personal account. Cash is a real account and SS capital is a personal account. Traditional approach. Now think from the angle of business. Don't think from the angle of SS. Business angle, not SS angle. From the point of view of business, not from the point of view of SS. Cash account debit. So here cash comes in. Debit what? Comes in. And personal account, see, now here many students, they use the word giver. But according to SS says he is a creditor because business will return this money in the future. So instead of giver, correct word is a creditor according to me. But if you write giver, it's also correct. But more appropriate, SS capital is a creditor because business will return this money. तो देखो बिजनेस ये पैसा रिटर्न करेगा, तो बिजनेस के लिए ये एसएस ये क्रेडिटर हुआ. आप किसके एंगल से देख रहे हो? एसएस के एंगल से नहीं. एसएस के एंगल से पैसा गया, बिजनेस के एंगल से पैसा आया. कम्स इन, बिजनेस के एंगल से पैसा आ रहा है, सो कैश कम्स इन. ओके. So here, what is the entry? Beta, Bipul Dasji try to attend it in the live session. Cash account debit to SS capital 1 lakh. Cash to SS capital. It's very easy, sir. cash to SS capital. In business, beta, cash comes in and SS capital is a personal account. So two accounts you have to identify, cash and SS. Chalo, let's move to next journal entry. Next journal entry, beta. Loan taken rupees 1 lakh at the rate of 8%. At the rate of 8%. 8% is interest rate. It is called as interest rate. Loan taken rupees 1 lakh, interest rate is 8%. So very simple. So now tell me two types of accounts. Let's see. Loan taken rupees 1 lakh, फटाफट बताइए. At the rate of 8%, which two accounts you are going to write? अबोली जी, आपने वापस पढ़ाई स्टार्ट कर दीजिए. If you are not sure, very good. So two accounts, cash account, bank loan. Now beta, bank is there, bank loan. Cash is beta real account, bank loan is personal account. Bank is a person, artificial person. So think from the angle of business, cash comes in, debit what comes in, and credit, we have to return this money. So bank loan is our creditor. So what is the entry? Cash account debit 1 lakh. 2, so this is how you write these entries. To bank loan 1 lakh. Easy, eh? So how many accounts are there? Cash and bank loan. Who answered it correctly? Mr. Prasanna. Mr. Prasanna answered it correctly. Mehek Sharma, only one account. Bank account hi bola aapne. And Chandrika, very good beta. Cash and bank loan. Chalo, third one. Third one, purchase furniture of rupees 20,000. Purchase furniture of rupees 20,000. एसएस कैपिटल तो लिखा है बेटा मैंने भी. हो, यस नितिन, ओनली लोन अकाउंट भी लिख सकते हो. यस, इफ बैंक लोन लिखो, नाम लिखो बंदे का. सपोज इफ संगम हैज गिवन मी लोन, सो बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट, कैश अकाउंट डेबिट टू संगम लोन. ओके, एनी नेम. ओके, आगे परचेस फर्नीचर, furniture account and cash account. Now beta, furniture is asset. Asset means sir things. Things means real account. And cash also real account. What is the entry? Debit, what comes into the business? Furniture. And what goes out from the business? Cash. So third entry, furniture account debit to cash 20,000, 20,000. Over, sir. Very simple. Purchase furniture. Chalo. Very good, very good, very good. Many students answered. Beta, Kalyani ji, you are wrong, beta. Purchase account and furniture account, wrong account, beta. Yes. Furniture, cash. Beta, narration, I will give it at the time of solving questions. This is basic lecture. So first I will improve your basics and then we are going to solve some examples. Okay. So beta, this is very basic session. Purchase furniture. Okay, very good. Next entry you have to write goods purchase. Write down this transaction. Number 4, goods purchase, cash 20,000, Sangam 15,000, and tell me accounts. So number 4, goods purchase, cash 20,000, Sangam 15,000. How many accounts are there, beta? Yes, Mr. Noman, he answered it correctly. Purchase account, cash account, Sangam account. There are 3 accounts: purchase, cash, Sangam. Purchase is related to goods. So beta, when purchase account is open, when you purchase goods, goods means beta your business of, suppose if your business of clothes and you purchase some clothes, in that case goods purchase is purchase account. If my business is of stationery and if I'm buying some stationery and selling that stationery, so purchase account. But beta, when I purchase furniture, it's an asset, so I won't open purchase account. I will open furniture account. If you are trading in that commodity, if you are trading means लेन देन, यदि आप वो गुड्स में लेते हो बेचते हो तो परचेस अकाउंट ओपन होगा. यदि आपने लैंड खरीदी तो परचेस अकाउंट नहीं ओपन होगा, लैंड अकाउंट ओपन होगा. हाँ, यदि आप लैंड में डील करते हो, इफ यू आर डीलिंग इन लैंड, land lena dena, you buy land and you sold land, that is purchase and sales if you are dealing in land. But suppose if you are buying that land for business purpose, for long term purpose, then that land is land account and not purchase account. So when to open purchase and sales account? When you are dealing in that goods, you are trading in that goods, it is called as purchase and sales. I hope you are clear with this entry. यस बेटा, एंट्री इंटरेस्ट की बाद में करेंगे. सो परचेस, नाउ बेटा परचेसेस, देयर आर 2 स्कूल ऑफ थॉट्स. One person is saying, sir, goods comes in, but if you ask me, it is a nominal account. Yes, there are 2 views. One view is that it's a real account, and second view is that it's a nominal account. So how many views are there, beta? There are 2 views. Real account, yes, write down. So according to me, it's a nominal account, but some faculties, they might tell you that this is nominal account, real account. It's also correct. तो nominal भी correct है, real भी correct है, ये याद रखो. Nominal और real दोनों भी correct है. Okay. Cash is a real account. Sangam is a personal account. Cash is a real account. Sangam is a personal account. When you purchase goods, what is the rule, beta? It is expenses. Debit expenses. Credit what goes out. And beta, third one, Sangam, I have to pay money. So Sangam amount is payable. And payable means credit the creditor. I will pay him afterwards. So he is my creditor. So whenever purchase is there, creditor is there. Okay? Creditor. So what is the entry? Purchases account debit 35,000, to cash 20,000, to Sangam 15,000. Very simple entry. Why purchases is a nominal account? Because it is expenses. Why? How purchases is a real account? Some people think that purchases means goods comes in means it's a real account. So there are 2 views. एक बोलता है कि ये goods के हिसाब से comes in हुआ, एक बोलता है खर्चा हुआ. If you ask me, purchases is a nominal account. Capital liability है? Yes बेटा. कैपिटल मतलब पैसा वापस देना है, तो इट्स अ लायबिलिटी. Yes, Sonia ji. Other students purchases to cash to Sangam. Next entry. Direct wages paid. Next entry, direct wages paid. You can write fifth entry, direct wages paid. Yes, which two accounts are there, beta? Wages, cash. Wages means amount which is paid to labor. So labor is wages. आपका जो एम्प्लॉय है, लेबर है, वो वेजेस होता है. सैलरी एंड वेजेस में डिफरेंस ये है कि वेजेस मतलब जो गुड्स तैयार करता है, एंड सैलरी इज टू योर एम्प्लॉय हु इज नॉट इन working on that goods. Okay, so salary and wages, two different meaning. Wages is directly related to goods. If he is manufacturing goods, he is your labor, and employee, he is in decision making. Okay, so difference between or administrative work or selling and distribution work. So he is not directly associated with goods, is called as salary. So salary or wages में क्या difference है? Wages means towards goods, and salary means other than goods. If you are paying to your employee, it's called as salary. No, beta. Sangam is creditor because he is not yet paid. Very good. Wages and cash. Wages, debit all expenses, credit what goes out. Sorry, it's a nominal account and cash is a real account. Debit all expenses, credit what goes out. So entry will be wages account debit 2000 to cash account. So beta, this is how you write your entries. टू और वेजेस के बीच में थोड़ा स्पेस देते हो. देयर इज अ स्पेस बिटवीन डेबिट अकाउंट एंड क्रेडिट अकाउंट. डेबिट एंड दिस इज क्रेडिट. दिस इज हाउ यू राइट योर आंसर. सैलरी पेड, salary paid to Anand rupees 8,000 and total salary 10,000. Now you only tell me. Write down. Wages beta, it's a nominal account. Why it is not nominal account? It is our expenditure, and expenditure means it's a nominal account. Yes beta, we are going to pass Parinita beta, we are going to pass interest entry, don't worry. Jay Lakshmi ji, very good beta. Number 6, you answered it already. Salary, Anand. No beta, you are not correct. Salary nominal, debit cash real, and salary payable personal. Who answered it very well beta? Manjori ji, Manjori Das ji, I think from ERO. beta kahan se ho aap? So salary paid to salary account, cash account, and Anand account. Now this Anand account, so salary is a nominal account, cash is a real account, and Anand is a personal account. Nominal, what is the rule? Debit all expenses and losses. Real account, cash goes out beta. And personal, credit the creditor. Credit the creditor. Very good beta, very good. Please revise all these entries today itself. If I'm telling you, I'm assuring you, if you understand these 20 entries properly, any question in CA course, you won't find it difficult if your basics are strong. मैं आपको assurance देता हूँ, आप मेरे ये 20 एंट्रीज करो, नेक्स्ट टाइम कितना भी डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन रहने दीजिए, आप बहुत इजीली सॉल्व करोगे इफ यू फोकस ऑन दिस 20 एंट्रीज. वन ऑफ माय स्टूडेंट, शी आंसर्ड ऑलवेज रॉन्ग इन फेस टू फेस बैच. I told her to solve every time and she wrote it for 270 times. 270 बार उसने लिखा and now her basics are perfect. Perfect. Okay. So ask these entries to your friends. Yes. Thank you, Varun ji. You are teaching very nicely. Thank you, beta. Salary account, expenditure, cash account goes out, Anand account, creditor. So see, salary account debit. So what is my total expenditure? This is what is I incurred. Incurred. So this is my salary, which is incurred. Okay. Yes. Next one. To cash. How much cash we are paying? 8,000. 8,000. And see, creditor, but beta Anand, we won't record Anand in our books. It will be recorded by some head. And that head is a salary payable. Yes, under salary payable, it represents our employee list. Our employee list will be presented, represent, so salary payable, or you may call it as outstanding salary, or you may call it as provision for salary. And this is 2,000 rupees. So salary payable, outstanding salary, accrued salary, or provision for salary, all represents these accounts. They represents my employee list. They represents, red pen, represents my employees list. So beta, salary payable is a personal account. Salary payable is a personal account. Okay, remember. So he is my creditor. I have to pay him in the future. So मुझे उसको future में pay करना है. मेरा खर्चा कितना है sir? My expenditure is 10,000. What I paid only 8,000. So 2,000 I will pay in the future. So he is my creditor. It's expenses. Expenses creditor. Sir, you taught this. Yes, sir. Expenditure and creditor are two same things. Sorry. Will come in picture beta. Expenditure hoga udhari pe, so there will be a creditor. Income is there will be a debtor. Okay, credit income. Okay. Salary payable will represent, Satyam ji, salary payable will represent, salary payable will represent employee list. Anand, then suppose Sangam, then suppose there are, yes, Navnath, assume there is Irfan. All these list of our employees will be recorded in our books under the head salary payable if they are unpaid. यदि वो पे नहीं किया उनको, मैंने खर्चा मेरा 10,000 हुआ सर, पर मैंने अभी तक 8,000 ही दिया है, तो 2,000 मेरा जो दिखेगा ये सैलरी पेबल हेड के अंदर दिखेगा. सैलरी पेबल के कौन कौन से नाम है? एक्रूड सैलरी नाम है, फिर दूसरा तीसरा नाम कौन सा है? तो आउटस्टैंडिंग सैलरी नाम है, प्रोविजन फॉर सैलरी नाम है. अरे यही सभी नाम है सैलरी पेबल के. यू गॉट दिस कॉन्सेप्ट नाउ? यस सर, यस सर, वेरी इजी. Stationery purchase, very easy account. Normal pen, stationery account, cash account. Stationery account and cash account. Stationery account beta, it's a nominal account. ऑडियो प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है कि देखो एक बार, वो बोल रहे 2 आवाज आ रहा है करके, एक ने कमेंट दिया है. यस बेटा सहज जी, आपके रिप्लाईज मैं कर रहा हूँ। धीरज जी बोल रहे हैं योर टेक्निक इज वेरी नाइस। यस बेटा, थैंक यू। ओके, इजी है। दो नहीं ना आवाज आ रहे हैं। ओके, कैश इज अ रियल अकाउंट। स्टेशनरी debit all expenses and credit what goes out. Credit what goes out. Goes out. Okay. So very easy entry beta. Stationary account debit. Stationary account debit. I'm very happy that now, yes beta, I'm not aware of your names, but remember within 5 to 7 days, if you reply properly on this comment section, yes, it might be possible. I will remember all of your names, not only at foundation level, but I will be there for inter also. ओके इंटर में तो बहुत बार है यार, ग्रुप 1 में मैं तुम्हारे साथ ही हूँ, तुम्हारा फाउंडेशन का बेसिक्स भी कर दूंगा, इंटर का भी अच्छे से पास करवा दूंगा, टेंशन मत लो। पर इतना याद रखो, रेगुलरली फेस टू फेस में मतलब नहीं आ पाए तो लाइव में आना है। फेस टू फेस पॉसिबल नहीं यार, पुणे से कहाँ मैं करूंगा, आई एम फ्रॉम पुणे, तो इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट। ठीक है, पर एवरीवन कमेंट सेक्शन में रहना है और आपके नाम मुझे समझ में आने चाहिए। नाउ दिस सहज वर्मा, ये सहज वर्मा मेरे दिमाग में बैठ गया बेटा, ये बच्चे का नाम मैं भूलेगा नहीं अभी। ओके, stationery account, and second one is a, yes, cash goes out, so stationery account debit to cash account 2000, 2000, so stationery to cash 2000, 2000 beta, same concept. Advertisement expenses, very simple. Advertisement expenses, what is the entry? Yes, you write this entries beta. Advertisement, okay, advertisement, and cash account. Advertisement beta, nominal account, cash is a real account. Yes, you are writing it in the notebook na beta, you are writing it. I hope everyone is writing, not only in comment section, in notebook also. Please maintain your notebook properly. Notebook is very important. Debit all expenses, credit what goes out. बेटा नोटबुक में लिखो प्रॉपरली, सपोज नहीं लिखा है तो बाद में लिखना, यू कैन राइट इट आफ्टरवर्ड्स, but note down all these points. Don't be lazy. निष्ठा, निष्ठा जी, ओके ओके, अभय कुमार, नाम याद रहेंगे मुझे। चलो चलो, लास्ट ओनली 10 मिनट्स बेटा। थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू। यस, शोइंग लव, बहुत से बच्चों ने लिखा है लव योर टीचिंग स्टाइल, थैंक यू थैंक यू थैंक यू। यस, ओके बेटा। धनवित रावल इज सेइंग सर आई कांट अंडरस्टैंड यूर राइटिंग, सॉरी बेटा, थोड़ा अच्छा निकालता हूँ हैंड राइटिंग, फास्ट फास्ट में लिखना पड़ता है ना, एंड बेटा आई एम राइटिंग ऑन tablet, not in the notebook, so it's difficult for me to write it. Okay, so but my original handwriting is not very bad. You can see my original handwriting. Yes, this is my original handwriting. See, so this is my original handwriting. Advertisement account debit, yes, you can take a screenshot if you want. Those who have not finished, you can take a screenshot. I will show it from the first entry. Yes, you can take a screenshot, first 3 entries. You can write it afterwards. Chalo, take a screenshot. 1, 2, 3. Okay. चलो 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 फास्ट। 4, 5th entry, screenshot number 2, 4 and 5, my original handwriting. यस ऋषभ पांडे जी, समझा आपका नाम। नेक्स्ट वन 6, 7, 8। ओके चलो, yes, 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 yes. Two more entries. I know you now. You are hungry, beta. Two more entries. Only last two entries, beta. Last two entries. Okay. 9 number and 10 number. Then I will leave you. And please do assignment. Assignment, beta, आज upload कर देना. हाँ, आज upload कर दीजिए. Yes, yes, yes. चलो. 9 number and 10 number. चलो चलो fast, fast, fast. Goods sold, cash, Ajinkya, Manish. Goods sold in cash, Ajinkya and Manish. Beta, sold. Sold means sales. Sales means income. Income means beta debtor will come. Okay. So cash account. यार किसी को हैंडराइटिंग नहीं समझा तो अभी अच्छा निकालता हूं. अजिंक्य अकाउंट and Manish account. Next one is sales account. Okay. Cash account is a real account. Ajinkya is personal. Manish is personal. And goods means sales account. So it's a nominal account. Real, beta, if you sold goods, cash comes in. Debit the debtor, Ray. Debit the debtor. So you already taught us. Debit the debtor, credit the creditor. So now after sales, he is our debtor. Manish is also our debtor. And credit our income. So what is the entry? Cash account debit 18,000. Ajinkya account, please tell me total. Ajinkya account 25,000. Manish account debit 15,000. To sales 58,000. To sales beta 58,000. Cash, Ajinkya, Manish, sales. Last entry of the day. Please share this session to maximum students. Press like button. This is just advertisement beta. Okay. So last entry of the day. Yes. Beta 10 and 11, 10 and 11. Sorry. If you see entry number 4, we purchase goods from Sangam 15,000. And he was our creditor. He was our creditor. Sir, purchase goods na creditor, payable 15,000. And how much we paid, beta? How much we paid to Sangam? 14,500. Sir, what about 500? 15,000 is a balance. Sir, balance with received discount. So Sangam gives us discount. So for me, discount is gain. For me, it is received. Discount received. Okay, sir. Okay. So paid Sangam, Sangam and cash. Sangam is beta personal account. And cash is a real account. Now, Sangam is a receiver. Creditor becomes, yes, sir, creditor becomes receiver. Yes, sir, got this concept now. Now, 15,000 is our liability, and now we are paying him 14,500. So he is now receiver. Debit the receiver and credit cash goes out. So what is the entry, beta? Sangam account debit to cash account. What is the balance? 14,500, 14,500, 14,500, 14,500. And when we receive discount, so Sangam, now see this entry, this is IMP. Discount received is one more. We received discount. So which two accounts beta? Sangam and discount received. Sangam is a personal account and discount received is a nominal account. Okay. So beta, whenever creditor is there, discount received is there. Sangam, we cancel our creditors because Sangam is not going to pay. Now we don't have to pay 500 rupees to Sangam. He has given discount. यार बड़े हार्ट का इंसान है. 15,000 rupees मुझे उसको पे करना था, but he told sir pay only 14,500 and take a discount of 500. This is called as cash discount. What is trade discount and cash discount? That I will explain it in the journal chapter. So he is our creditor and now he is no more creditor. So creditors cancelled and this is our gain, not income. This is our gain. It is not in cash. Gain is not in cash. Therefore, it is called as gain. Income जो cash में आता है. Gain जो cash में नहीं आता, it's a gain. Discount received is our gain. So what is the entry? Sangam account debit to discount received. How much beta? 500, 500. Let's quickly revise all these 11 entries one by one. Yes, beta. Last check. Please have patience. Only 5 minutes. We revise these all entries. Beta, these entries you have to revise minimum 5 times. Promise me. Sir, in next session, when we come back, yes, beta, you know all these entries in detail. All these 11 entries. Please believe me, if you learn these 20 entries, if you understood these 20 entries, दुनिया की कोई ताकत नहीं है जो आपको अकाउंट से बचाएगी. पूरा का पूरा 100% आपको समझ में आएगा. लिख के देता हूं all these 20 entries. Okay. चलिए. I hope you enjoyed today's session. So what are important points? Chalo, have revision. All entries फटाफट. Sir, last 5 minutes, sir. Only last 5 minutes. So first one. So what we are going to revise today? Number 1. First you have to speak all these entries loudly. आपको जोर जोर से घर पे बोलना है. All these entries. First one, sir, traditional approach, personal account due relationship, due debit the debtor, credit the creditor. Sir, receiving giving relationship, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Sir, real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Sir, nominal account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Sir, then after that, modern approach, asset debit balance, liability credit balance, expense debit balance, income credit balance, and capital credit balance. Sir, over. Then sir, we started with entries. Sir, before entries, yes, don't pass directly entry. First, identify account, identify type of account, after that third one is apply rule, and pass fourth one is entry. Once again, identify account, identify type of account, apply rule, and then entry. So first one, cash introduce cash account debit to capital account. Now quick revision, cash to capital. Second entry, chalo. Second entry kya thi? Don't refer entries, answers. Loan taken, cash account debit to bank loan. Third entry will be purchase furniture account debit to cash, Fourth entry, goods purchase cash Sangam 15,000. Goods purchase account debit to cash to Sangam. बेटा रिवीजन है इसलिए फास्ट में करवा रहा हूं. घर पे पूरा याद करना है. all steps. Okay. Next one, direct wages paid, wages account debit to cash. Okay. Next one, salary paid to Anand and total salary 10,000. Salary 10,000 to cash 8,000 to Anand 2,000. Understood. Next one, stationery purchase, stationery account debit to cash. Advertisement expense, advertisement to cash. Goods sold to Ajinkya, Manish, and cash. Cash account debit. Ajinkya account is a debtor. Manish account is a debtor to sales account. Over. Next one, paid to Sangam. Sangam to cash. Paid to Sangam, cash goes out. Sangam is a receiver. Sangam account debit to cash. And last entry is important. Creditors to discount. Creditors to discount received. Creditors to discount received. That is a Sangam account debit to discount received account. Thank you, sir. I hope you enjoyed and you are going to study it properly. Beta, board of studies classes only to the point we are talking about. Okay, no more मस्ती, no more something, कुछ भी हमारा ये नहीं रहेगा, only focus to the study. और आप इसका बेनिफिट उठाओ, आप रिवीजन बैचेस भी रहेंगे तो भी ये देख सकते हो, और ये आपके लिए ICI ने लाया हुआ है. आई होप you enjoyed till last minute, and thank you for having patience for more than 2 hours. Yes, it's my pleasure that I interact with you, and in next session we are going to rock it once again. Okay, so next session में वापस मिलेंगे और पढ़ाई करते रहिए. यही सबको मेरी यस रिक्वेस्ट है कि सीए बनना है तो सब कुछ छोड़ना पड़ेगा, ओनली हार्ड वर्क, ओनली हार्ड वर्क. ओके, चलो, थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू. यस, मैक्सिमम लाइक्स होने चाहिए. थैंक यू.